Very good morning, my dear students. So you are once again welcome to 11th standard accountancy class. So before moving for that, we will see some quotes. See here, the key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Okay. So you want to decide your goals. So before that, the time is very important, correct? In this situation. So one must work with time and not against it. Okay. See here, the time is free, but it is priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. So once you have lost it, you can never get it back. Okay. So in this situation, you have to utilize the time very carefully and precisely and useful in a better manner. Okay. So before moving for the our lesson today, we want to recap the two chapters. Correct. We discussed two chapters. Chapter 1, Introduction to Accounting. The summary of Introduction to Accounting, as you know, is very important one. Accounting concepts. Then what is the characteristics, the objectives, the process of accounting, then advantages and limitations, and types of accounting informations, and uses of accounting information and their needs, and qualitative characteristics of accounting information and accounting terms. So these are the discussion for the chapter 1. It's a very important one in relation to accounting. Then we discuss the theory base of accounting. It's a very important one. So here the accounting principles. So what is the meaning of generally accepted accounting principles? And what is the fundamental accounting assumptions? Okay, the concepts. Fundamental accounting assumptions. What is the fundamental accounting? The basis one, going concern concept, consistency concept, correct. Then accrual basis concept. Then accounting principles. The remaining 8 concepts like money measurement concept, trial aspect concept, matching concept, periodic concept, prudence concept, like that. Then system of accounting. What's the two system of accounting? One is double entry system and single entry system. Then basis of accounting. So one is cash basis and accrual basis. And what's the meaning of accounting standards? Correct. So different accounting standards, more than that, totally 31 accounting standards. Then international financial reporting standards, correct. Then it's very important one, the goods and service tax, GST and objectives. So these are the two chapters, very important before moving for the our chapter number 3, recording transaction, part 1. Okay, so before that, you please go through the chapter 1, chapter 2, it's a very important one. Okay, so now our chapter 3 are going to discuss the source documents. So already discussed what is the meaning of documents in our accounting terms, correct. The source documents is very important one, correct. So what is source documents? It's nothing the evidence of business transactions which provide information about the nature of the transaction, the date, the amount, and the parties involved in it, correct. So transactions are recorded in the books of accounts when they actually take place and are duly supported by source documents, correct. So these supporting documents are the written and authentic proof of the correctness of the recorded transaction. So these documents are required for audit and tax assessment, correct, for future purpose. It's a reference. So these also serve as the legal evidence in case of dispute. The following are the most common source documents. Here we're going to discuss some important documents. So what is the meaning of cash memo, invoice or bill, receipt, debit note, credit note, the pay-in slip, check, like that, correct. So these are the source documents. So what is the source documents? Once again, it is the evidence of business transactions which provides information about the nature of the transaction, correct. So based upon that only, we are going to prepare the accounting transaction from the document, correct. So here, what is the first one? Before that, you see the some source of documents. That's what what is the meaning of check, deposit slip, payment voucher, what is debit note, credit note, like that. We are going to discuss. The first one is cash memo. The source document under this is cash memo. What is that? So cash memo, when a trader sells goods for cash, correct. So he gives a cash memo. When he purchases goods for cash, he receives a cash memo. So details regarding what are the details regarding in the cash memo? See, quantity, So how many quantity are going to purchase or we have to receive. Then the particular description of the quantity. Then rate for each quantity, what is the rate. So how many quantity, naturally multiplication of rate towards the total amount. So these are information mentioned in cash memo detailedly. Thereafter you make the total and put the signature. So the very important word usually mentioned when you see the cash memo, you will see this goods one sold are not returnable, correct. So these are information under cash memo, correct. So once again, what is the cash memo? So when a trader sells goods for cash, he gives a cash memo. Similarly, when he purchases goods for cash, he receives a cash memo, correct. That is the information mentioned in a cash memo. This is the evidence document for the both way. Whenever the buyer has a seller, correct. Then, see here once again, the seller issues the cash memo when goods are sold for cash, correct. So it is reliable record of cash basis. So on the basis of cash memos, cash sales are recorded in the cash book. Later on going to discuss what is the meaning of cash sales, how we are going to record, and what is the cash book we are going to maintain. Then as the cash memos are generally numbered, even if one cash memo is missed, so we can easily identify fraud. So fraud can be found out immediately, correct. That's why they give the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 date wise. So suppose, so we can't jump from 8 to 10. So naturally we write the question. Where is the cash memo? 9. Correct. That's why the numbering is also very, very important. So the content of cash memo, like a name, the address of the seller, then cash memo or invoice number, then date of the invoice, which date you're going to prepare, then address of the purchaser, who is our customer or purchaser, then details of our goods supplied, description, number of quantity, then rate, then the amount, each item for each quantity description. So maybe what are the tax available, other charges, correct. Then details of the vehicle mobility, the detail also I want to mention. Then the seller, the signature of the seller or the proprietor, we are going to prepare the cash memo, correct. So these are the details contained in cash memo. Then moving for the second important one, invoice bill. So mostly invoice bill, when we will going to get one of the source of document, so it is prepared by the seller for goods sold against credit. So whenever we are dealing on goods both way, one is cash and credit. Whenever when a goods deal on credit basis, we have to issue invoice bill. So it contains details such as the party to whom goods are sold, the name of the party whom we are going to sell the goods. Then, so how much you are sold. Then total sale amount. That's what, see the format here, the invoice bill they mentioned. So we are going to, who is the seller? The seller is John Paints, like Chandigarh. You are going to issue to whom? Arjit and Sons. They are in Haryana, correct. There they mention the number, correct, running number. So date. For example, going to issue today, we have to mention the date today. Then quantity, see here quantity. So 4 liters of quantity, the paint, so what type of paint, the best quality. Then each rate, each liter is, they mentioned 200. So 4 liters, 4 into 200, total amount 800. Similarly, 10 kgs of distemper, like medium quality. For each one 25, for 10 kg into 25, 250. So totally 1050, correct. So total they mentioned here. Then in watts, you have to mention always 1050 only. Then here see very important one, E and OE. What is E and OE? Errors and omission accepted. That is very, very important, correct. Errors and omission accepted. So here the John Paints, the person who prepared this bill, invoice bill, seller, prepare the signature here, correct. These are the way the invoice bill is prepared. So that's why it's very, very important for invoice bill. So later on, based upon this only, we can be able to collect the money from the buyer, because invoice bill, when you are going to prepare the invoice bill, mostly on credit purchase or credit sale, correct. So whenever going for the credit sale, we are dealing goods on credit, where you are issue the invoice bill. So from the invoice bill only, we'll get all the information. Later on, we can collect the money very easily with the help of this reference, this invoice bill.